Yo, what's up, guys? On Me Tree Boy for Life. Y'all really gonna like this video. This was a huge oak that was perched behind a house, tucked between a pond, a porch, a building, fences, neighboring house, the house, as usual. And it was a huge oak for a residential job. But you'll see what I was instructed to do here. Basically, cut the tree down, haul the brush, leave the wood, and just cut the wood up for the homeowner. So that's why you'll see the huge stacks on the ground. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, indeed, guys. When in doubt, climb higher. That was some great advice given to me years ago. Um, and I just in turn help you guys out about that. Just getting up a little higher sometime in some of these bigger trees. Getting smaller, manageable pieces to where you can take and be able to control them a little better, whether you're rigging or you're free falling. Okay, a little backdrop on this job. We were hired to cut this tree down, cut it up into firewood, and haul off all the brush, or cut it up to where two men can grab. Now you gotta understand, excuse me, this was a humongous tree for a residential job. Anyway, it's not like you see that tree over there. That's a decent sized tree to the right, but this you can see towers over that, and this tree had actually had some work done to it prior, so it was already taken care of really well. But the guy just eventually got tired of the sticks and the leaves. He said, "Hey, just get this tree down," but in a cost-effective way. So you will see that I don't do too much rigging here unless it's in an effort to get away from hitting something. But at the same time, I'll do a lot of cutting. And I wanted to show you this from this next couple clips or this next few minutes in this video of what it's like really when you're in these big trees and you're cutting this wood down, just shimmying down and cutting wood off this tree. And I'll show you what I tend to do now. I don't notch every piece of wood that I cut off a tree anymore. I like to use the brake cut a little bit more and then just to cut straight through. And that all depends on the power of your chainsaw and the skill that you have with the chainsaw. And then again, the chainsaw itself. If you got a little craftsman up here, I mean, what you can use a craftsman in the tree. I've got a craftsman that I actually use in the tree sometimes. But you just have to know your battle. So I got the 353 up here today that I actually use, and you'll see it cuts like butter. I mean, that chain on it's 18 on it. I can cut a lot of stuff because as you shimmy down in these bigger trees, the stubs tend to get a whole lot bigger, and you can see that. And I had already took off the hardest part. I didn't even record that part. That was the part leaning toward the house. So when you are planning to do these trees and trying to be as methodical as possible, you see that, man, it's probably better for me to get the harder part, and especially for newer guys, if you go ahead and get the hardest part, then that puts your mind at ease, and you can just go ahead and just focus on the easier stuff. If you ain't got to worry about working over the house and damaging the house or the pond in the back, that's probably the pretty most expensive things that were here, and also the building. I kind of saved that to last. 'Cause I seen that side wasn't too terribly bad. I can do some decent rigging over there. But at any rate, you just try to plan your tree out, to where you can do what you have to do. And now in a tree like this, you'll have to use and move your rigging line multiple times. And we do a lot of natural crotch here, so very, very, I just love the flexibility that you have with natural crotch. And then and then also too, you see how I use the block and the sling or the pulley and the sling, and that gave me a false crotch to be able to use that at the tip of this limb to help to redirect my rigging line. And so it's just so many ways, guys. I mean, to get these trees down. I mean, or you can use equipment sometimes. It's whatever you want to do. We really couldn't get a bucket truck back here based on how the drive was on the side of the house. I barely could get my truck and my trailer down the side there. And I didn't want to risk a lift. He had a nice new driveway, so we just came in as low tech as possible. And we just did what we had to do and got out of there. So again, guys, I just want you to see this and just kind of experience this. If you never have climbed, or if you plan on climbing something like this, you can kind of see what it's like. And it's a beast now. You leaning sideways practically the whole way. And I'm right-handed, so I tend to work like this. I'll have my climbing line to the left-hand side of me more times than not. and then I'm working from the right, so it's like an easy slice down, and then I get back in position. It's just the way, again, my balance works, and sometimes it's different depending on the tree, but everybody has to find out what works for them, and it's just, again, it's a lot of work up here, guys. And again, I don't get every single piece of this footage, but I get a lot for you to see, really, um, this monster and how we got it down. I mean, it's just amazing. Again, these big oaks that we have to face, you know. I it reminds me of those guys out west that take down those big old firs. I mean, it's a lot of zip lining in some of those. I mean, the limbs ain't too terribly big, but still, I mean, you going up almost 200 foot in a fir, and some of them be dead, and you got to do it over structures. I mean, same challenge, but just or same work, just a different challenge, you know. But it's just amazing that everybody, you know, you get to see our work here in Winston-Salem, and then I get to see your work in other places, guys. So keep up the good work as always, and thanks so much for watching the channel. You'll see me, you know, kind of peering from time to time in the video and just add my little 2 cents in, because sometimes it's good to know kind of the backdrop of the situation. And then to the yard, again, it was kind of wet the last few weeks when we did this job, so it was just one of them deals. I try not to take nothing too big anyways, but I constantly flip back, you know, from, and then too, which you'll see here too, I like being triple tied. For some reason, just it's just a mind thing. Sometimes when I get it way up there, I'll triple tie, then I'll come back down and double tie, which is my main line, and then just the one lanyard as opposed to two. Again, sometimes for stability and sometimes for my mind. I'm not against it, and I'm not above saying, guys, that I am terrified of heights, especially uncontrollable falls. But at the same time, I'm really relaxed and comfortable when I feel that I'm tied in and I'm safe, so I don't freak out. You know, everybody has their perks, and granted, over the years, it's something that you have to conquer. Your fear of this, and it's just, but it's a healthy fear, guys, because you got to respect the fact that you are working up so high. If you don't have your lanyard, if I'm working off of one little lanyard and I go to cut that mug and I just shoot back to the tree, it's just a part of me that says, hey, just have a backup plan just in case, you know. And accidents are inevitable. But at any rate, guys, I'm gonna let you get back to the video. And again, as always, thanks for watching my channel.
All right, I'm gonna cut a few more pieces. I figured we'll probably cut out a little after 5. Okay, we ain't gonna, so we'll probably work about another hour, I guess, and then we'll be done. I don't think this gonna take me too long, huh? No, that's fine. You still gotta eat. We still got plenty of work though. I mean, it's gonna be work. Well, if it don't get dark till 7, we'll get the top out. We'll figure it out. It's all. I don't think this is gonna take that long, to be honest with you. I really don't. I might can do it in a whole hour. If I do it in an hour, we good. Then I can just wait and drop the stub tomorrow. But we'll see. Well, let me get myself in position. We'll start roping these limbs down. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna hook that whole limb. Just let it run. Whenever it bottoms out, just let it go to the ground. Okay, white rope. Put one wrap on this one. It's a big one. Hey, make sure my rope's out the way. Hold on. Okay. Let it run. Let it run. There you go. See, when she hit the ground, she stops. That's fine. Go ahead. Let her down now. It's this little limb right here above your head. This little one. See right here? It ain't a big one. You only have to put it in the device. Don't even put it in the device. Nice.